All right, so class, today in our homework, we're going to be working on multiplying and dividing fractions. Multiplying and dividing fractions are much easier than adding and subtracting, okay? Multiplying and dividing fractions are going to be much easier. So let's go ahead and get this started. When you're multiplying fractions, these are the easy ones. Look at this one. All you're doing here is you're going to multiply straight across. Some people cancel out diagonally, and some people can't remember that, and it's okay if you can't remember it. That's all right. Just multiply straight across, okay? So let's multiply the top, and that gives us 3 times 5, which is 15. Then multiply the bottom, that gives you 40, okay? When you don't cancel out diagonally, expect to reduce. All right, what is the greatest common factor between 15 and 40? Okay, some people may say 3, somebody might say 5. Let's try 5, okay? Or 3 is not going to work anyway. But we got 5. 15 divided by 5 gives you 3. Okay? And 40 divided by 5 is going to give you 8. And this fraction becomes reduced. Now, let's look at it another way. Let's suppose that you do know how to cancel out diagonally. That means you're looking at the numbers diagonally, 3 and 8. Can they be reduced? Do they have a greatest common factor or factor in common? They do not. 5 and 5 obviously do. They have a 5 in common. So you divide both numbers, both 5s by 5. You divide this by 5, and you're going to divide this by 5, obviously. So when you divide both by 5, that gives you a 1, okay? So let me erase this part because it looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? So when you divide by 5, cross this out, gives you 1 here, gives you 1 here. So multiplying straight across on the top gives you 3 times 1, which is 3. And on the bottom, 1 times 8, which gives you 8. So you're going to get the same answer either way you go. All right. Let's look at number 4. Slide this over. Okay, so when you're multiplying a mixed number, you have to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. So in order to do that, you're going to multiply the denominator times the whole number. And so when you multiply the denominator times the whole number, that gives you 6. So you got 6 here when you multiply this together and add the 2. So 6 plus 2 is going to give you 8. So your numerator is 8. Denominator stays the same. So we got times, bring down the 1/4. So now follow the same procedures as before. You can cancel out diagonally or reduce diagonally or just multiply straight across. So when we multiply straight across, 1 times 8 or 8 times 1 is 8. When you multiply straight across here, it's 12. Remember, if you don't cancel out diagonally, please expect to reduce, okay? So when you're reducing, what number will go into both 8 and 12? The greatest common factor is try 4, okay? 8 divided by 4 gives you 2. And 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. And this fraction is reduced, okay? So there again, don't forget you can cancel out diagonally, all right? So we've multiplied. Let's choose a division problem, okay? So let's go down and choose number 6 as a division problem. Okay, make this just a little bit bigger. So now when you are dividing, you are going to keep the first fraction the same. 12 over 13 stays the same. I'm going to bring it down. Okay. Your division is going to change to multiplication. And you're going to do the reciprocal of the second fraction. That means your numerator is going to become your denominator, and your denominator is going to be your numerator. So here it's going to be 7 over 4. And now you're going to use your steps for multiplying. So we're going to either multiply straight across or reduce diagonally. Okay, it'd be easier here to reduce diagonally so you don't have to multiply bigger numbers together. So let's reduce diagonally. That's 12 and 4. Let's reduce 12 and 4. 12, what's the greatest common factor here? Is 4. So divide 12 divided by 4. What is 12 divided by 4? It is 3. What is 4 divided by 4? It is 1. So now let's multiply it straight across. 3 times 7 is 21. 13 times 1 is 13. Okay, and this is your answer as an improper fraction. Let's change it to a mixed number. How many times will 13 go into 21? It'll go one time, right? So we got 13 here. Let's subtract and see what we get. Decomposing a number, this is 1, this is 11. So we have 11, count using your fingers and your toes sometimes. You got, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 8 here. Don't forget to use your fingers and your toes, okay? So remaining is going to be 8. So your remainder is your numerator. Your denominator stays the same, which is 13. So your answer here is going to be 1 and 8 over 13. And that's how you divide fractions. Your first fraction stays the same. Change your division to multiplication. Find the reciprocal. That means your numerator becomes your denominator. Your denominator becomes your numerator of the second fraction. Then you can multiply straight across and reduce, or you can cancel out. Okay, that means reduce diagonally. All right, and we reduce diagonally, and then we multiply straight across. If your answer is an improper fraction, you're going to divide. Your remainder is going to be the numerator, and of course your denominator is going to stay the same. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a good one.